You were taught one rule about debt. Debt is bad. Avoid it. Pay it off as fast as possible. And if you have debt, you've failed. That rule sounds moral, but morality has nothing to do with power. The system trained you to treat all debt as equal. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages, business leverage. Same word, very different outcomes. That confusion isn't accidental. It keeps you obedient. This is the debt hierarchy. A hidden ranking the system understands, but never explains. Some debt extracts from you, some debt works for you, and most people are stuck at the bottom, paying for everyone above them. Debt doesn't just cost money, it costs identity, stress, shame, fear. So people rush to eliminate it. Any debt, all debt. Even when that decision quietly destroys their future options. The system loves one phrase, debt-free. Because a person with no leverage must rely only on labor. And labor is easy to tax, easy to control, easy to replace. At the bottom of the hierarchy is bad debt. Debt that buys things that depreciate, produces no income, grows faster than your earnings. Credit cards, consumer loans, overpriced cars. This debt consumes future income. It enslaves time. It creates urgency without upside. Bad debt is profitable. It relies on emotion, scarcity, status, impulse. Minimum payments stretch pain over decades. You don't feel crushed. You feel busy. Next is neutral debt. Debt that promises opportunity, but doesn't guarantee it. Education loans, primary residences. This debt might increase income, but it doesn't pay itself. If the income stops, the debt remains. Education debt is sold as good debt, but debt tied to potential is still fragile. Because potential doesn't pay interest. Cash flow does. This is where the hierarchy changes. Productive debt. Debt attached to assets that generate income. Real estate that pays rent. Businesses that produce cash flow. Systems that scale. The asset pays the debt. You don't. When debt is productive, time works for you. Inflation helps you. And repayment becomes automatic. You stop trading hours for payments. You start using structure. At the top is strategic debt, used not to survive, but to optimize. Tax efficiency, capital velocity, risk transfer. This is how institutions grow without personal exposure. This is debt as engineering. Strategic debt requires knowledge, structure, legal separation. The system doesn't forbid you from learning this. It just never teaches it. Because once you understand leverage, you stop fearing debt. You start commanding it. Most people rush to eliminate debt. They celebrate zero balances. But they never ask, did this debt fund consumption or construction? Removing productive leverage too early locks you into permanent labor. The biggest risk isn't owing money. It's owing your future to wages. No leverage, no buffer, no optionality. That's not freedom. That's exposure. Once you see the hierarchy, you stop asking, how do I get rid of debt? You start asking, which debt builds power and which drains it? You don't eliminate debt blindly. You reorganize it. Never carry debt that demands your time. Only tolerate debt that creates time. If it doesn't generate income, it doesn't belong in your future. The system didn't lie when it said debt is dangerous. It lied by omission, because danger depends on position. Debt isn't evil. Ignorance is. The next videos break down leverage without collapse, risk without ruin, ownership without exposure. Watch them, because once you understand the hierarchy, you stop running from debt and start deciding who it works for.